Hello toppers, today we are going to discuss one of the interesting topic from genetics. Many of you might have heard the name, that is none other than Mendelian law of inheritance. We are not going to discuss in detail, so don't worry about it. We will discuss only the basic thing. So in case of Mendelian law of inheritance, we have 5 basic patterns of inheritance. The most common things were autosomal dominant. You might have heard regarding that. Then autosomal recessive. Then X-linked dominant. Then X-linked recessive. So these are all the basic patterns. And adding to that, we will be having mitochondrial inheritance also. So these are all the 5 classical Mendelian law of inheritance. So today in this video, we are going to discuss only regarding this autosomal dominant and autosomal recessive inheritance, how it is occurring. So now let us start with the most basic thing. So in a human body, we will be having a cell, and inside the cell, we will be having the nucleus. And inside the nucleus we will be having chromosomes. You all know well about it. So this is the basic structure of chromosome, and here we will be having the centromere. So what forms the chromosome? So if we are cross-examining, if we are checking this, here we will be having the patterns called genes. So inside the genes we will be having this type of molecules. And if we are checking what are all those molecules, they were none other than the DNA molecules. And what these DNA molecules are doing, they know the instructions to be followed for the formation of protein. So all these DNA molecules know the instructions for protein formation. So here, as the DNA molecules are carrying the instructions for protein formation, there comes our messenger RNA, and this messenger RNA receives all the information from the DNA and it will pass into the cytoplasm. And there in the cytoplasm, this mRNA goes to the ribosomes, where there will be transformation of this mRNA as transfer RNA, and finally there will be formation of amino acids, none other than protein. So this is the basic function inside. So here I am explaining again. So here there is a human being, and if we are examining, he might be having the cell, and inside the cell there will be chromosomes, and inside the chromosome we will be having gene. So these genes are made up of DNA molecules, and these DNA molecules have the main function of the formation of protein, and from here the instructions will be given to mRNA, and here mRNA enters into the ribosomes which is present in the cytoplasm, and here the mRNA gets converted into transfer RNA and results in the formation of amino acids and protein. So this is the basic function. So now let's take an offspring. So if we are examining the cell of an offspring, what we will get? We will be getting the 23 pairs of chromosome, or we can say as 46 chromosomes. So here what these pairs were indicating? So these pairs were indicating that a single pair of chromosome is arrived both from the paternal and maternal origin. So here in this 23 pairs, 22 pairs were called as autosomes, and one pair is sex chromosome, or it is also called as allosomes. So mainly this allosome or sex chromosome determines the sex of the individual. So here it may be of XX or XY. If there is XX, it is indicating the female sex, and if it is of XY, it is indicating the male sex. And now we should know one important representation, visual representation of Mendelian inheritance, that is none other than Punnett square. So here it is nothing but a tabular representation of the cross or breeding experiment. So let me tell you. So here you just take maternal chromosomes. So in case of maternal chromosome or mother, it will be of XX, and this side take up the father's chromosome, paternal, that is XY. So the possibility of offspring we can calculate with the help of this Punnett square. So here in first we can expect a girl child, and next we can expect a male child, and here we can expect a female, and here we can expect a male. So this is the basic pattern. So here there are 50-50 chances of getting a female child or male child. So this is called Punnett square. You should know regarding this. So this is nothing but the visual representation of Mendelian inheritance. So now let us see what is this autosomal dominant and what is this autosomal recessive we are talking about. So here it is autosomal dominant, name itself indicating that the problem is with the autosomes, and it is also of dominant variety. So where it is dominant? So here one single affected chromosome is enough to develop the disease. One single affected chromosome is enough to manifest the disease or develop the disease. So here let's see how it is occurring. So for your better understanding, we will draw the chromosome like this. So this belongs to mother chromosome and this belongs to father chromosome. Here the father is affected because of the disease. So one chromosome is affected. So I am indicating that this red one is diseased. So according to Punnett square, what are all the chances of expecting the offspring? So let's see. So in this image, father is having one diseased chromosome and another one is okay, and here mother is completely healthy. So what are all the possibilities of offspring? The first offspring, as I had already told, in case of autosomal dominant, one single chromosome is enough to develop the disease. So here the first offspring is a diseased one, and in case of second chance also, one chromosome is completely affected. So here this offspring is also diseased, and here in case of third, there is no affected chromosome. So in case of third and fourth outcome, both are healthy. So this is how autosomal dominant pedigree will appear. So here only father is getting affected but mother is remaining healthy. So in that condition, if father is suffering from any autosomal disease condition, then there are equal chance of producing a diseased children or a healthy children. So it is 50-50 chances to produce either diseased or either healthy children. So this is all regarding the autosomal dominant condition. So now let us move towards the autosomal recessive condition. So now regarding autosomal recessive condition, so here also autosomes are getting affected and here it is recessive. Recessive is little bit passive. So at least we require 2 copy of affected chromosome to manifest the disease. Okay. So in case of autosomal dominant, 1 is more than enough. But here in case of autosomal recessive, we need 2 copy of affected chromosome to manifest the disease. So okay, if 2 copy of affected chromosome, then the patient will be diseased. And what if there is one copy of affected chromosome? So in that condition, you might have heard this terminology, that is none other than carrier state of the individual. So the patient will not manifest the disease, but they will remain as a carrier. Okay. Let's see the pattern of inheritance in case of autosomal recessive condition. First, here father and here it is mother. Here, father is also having one chromosome affected and mother is also having one chromosome affected. So, let's see the outcome now. So, here in case of autosomal recessive, you can see 4 different outcomes. So, here in case of first, as I had already told, we need 2 set of chromosome to manifest the disease in case of autosomal recessive conditions. So here the first outcome is a diseased offspring, and in case of second, I had told here only one copy of chromosome, and in case of 3 also there is only one copy of affected chromosome. So here the outcome of second and third is in the carrier state. And at last, in case of fourth, completely healthy offspring we can expect. So, this is all regarding autosomal recessive. I think now the things are clear regarding what is autosomal dominant and how it is affecting, and what is autosomal recessive and how it is affecting. So, in next video we will discuss regarding the sex-linked dominant and recessive. And if you have any doubts, you can comment below, and thank you so much and happy learning with us.